Boop-a-doop-a-doop-boop. Hey folks, gone. Go, 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 go. And yeah, man, this is a good thing it's alive. You can hear me just like not being able to say what's going on. That's such a hard phrase. But hey folks, it's Matt for Heroic Tactics. And I am pretty excited because I am unboxing the entire wave of the new Imperial Assault ally and villain packs. You know, I wanted to do like a one at a time thing, but like, man, dude, I've been listening to some podcasts and I've been like watching other videos and stuff, and I'm like, I have to open these things now. They're not gonna sit there. Uh, I was fortunate enough, unfortunate enough is probably a better term. I got to play against two Ahsokas this weekend, and she is fantastically awesome. So we are going to hold off on her and open one of the other ones first. I think we're going to start with Darth Maul, mainly because I don't think he's actually the weakest of the three, but like compared to all the bounty hunters and stuff that we got going on right now, he kind of seems a little bit lackluster as a melee piece as opposed to all these great like shooting them up bounty hunters that we have going on. So we're gonna bust open Maul, and I apologize because I'm going to improperly call him Darth Maul. I guess he renounced the Sith ways or whatever when he became generic. I don't know. Cut this open. I've already seen some great paintings of him. People posting their paintings of paintings. Golly, I don't know. I guess I never played unpainted miniatures before. What is the proper term for a miniature that's a painted miniature? I had seen one of Darth Maul and they all look really good. I'm really excited. All right, so it's got the bonus damage tokens. Well, that didn't be as dramatic as I wanted. I wanted to like shoot off of the camera. All 3D. There we go. And like all villains, he's gray. Moving back and forth until we figure this out. Yeah. The details are just sick. Yeah. Run. We'll start him off right there. Ooh, we've got missions for him. Coruscant back alleys. I guess the new missions are missions for, I believe, the new map. Gangsters. You get there's a triple cross. So you get to fight gangsters as well as your faction. So that's kind of cool. Propaganda wars and the other mission. I always forget that missions are a thing, and I always lose on victory points because my opponent's like, I claim these things, and I got 8 victory points, 9 victory points, 10 victory points. I've won, and I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I should have, done objective stuff and not instead of trying to kill people. So interesting. We've got Darth Maul's card. Straight up +1 damage. For a Surge, Pierce 3, Double Bladed Flurry. Before you declare an attack, choose one. This attack gains Reach and Cleave 2, so like formation busting, or you become focused. So essentially you'll be rolling 3 dice because he's a 7 cost, 12 health, 4 speed, black defensive ability. defensive die, and then red, yellow. So if you do the focus one, which you're probably going to do, red, yellow, green. For surge, you get stalk prey. After this action resolves, you may gain 2 movement points and get one of these puppies. So that's kind of cool because you're like, you have to get up in everybody's grill to slice them and dice them. But if you could duck behind a wall so you don't get shot at, that's super rad. And only for a surge. And then sustained by rage. You cannot recover damage. So if you get hurt, you're staying hurt. If you have not resolved an activation this round, you cannot be defeated. If you have not resolved an activation this round, you cannot be defeated. So I guess you can shoot Darth Maul to pieces, but until he activates, he is not dying. So he's getting his turn. That's kind of cool. I think you just throw them out there and see if they'll waste attacks on him. 7 points seems a little bit pricey for that kind of stuff, but he's breaking formations. No bunching stuff up, trying to, you could cleave somebody and cleave through 3PO too. That'd be kind of cool. Cleave, yeah. I want to make sure I used it right. I wasn't using the D&D turn. Then we've got some campaign cards, which I'm not going to get into because I want them to be a surprise to me. When I have to face Darth Maul in a campaign, I want to be able to go, no bueno. That was really dumb of me. I hurt my voice doing that. Alright, so we got command cards. There's a ton of them here. So he's got his particular card, Wreck Vengeance. It's a single point. It just says that when you use Double Bladed Flurry, you can use both. So that's super rad. You're like, I'm going to get Reach and Cleave 2 and a Focus. And it's only 1 point. So, yeah, if you're running Maul, I would include this for sure. How are we going to do this? Does that look cool? Looking for a fight. It's a brawler card. It says during your activation, gain 1 damage token, and then either move up to 1 space or push a small adjacent figure up to 1 space. So you can, push somebody out of hiding. Small adjacent figure up to 1 space. That's kind of lame. Yeah, I don't know when you'll push an adjacent figure. I was thinking of it like maybe pushing somebody to you, getting them out of a wall or something. I guess theoretically you can get them out, from behind a wall. I think you're rather coming to them, but it could be another one of those instances where you just want to, if someone's got like a Han backing them up or a C-3PO passing out surge protections, you can I'm going to get you away from that. Then the next one is Face to Face. As an action for brawlers, move up to 2 spaces and then perform an attack targeting an adjacent figure or object. So it's 1 point. I don't know the advantage of this. I was under the impression that unless it says free action, anytime you perform an attack, well, I guess you could double. No, I guess you can't really double move. You can single move and then move another 6. So I guess there's that. Get extra 2 spaces and get an attack off. So it's for brawlers. It's I believe it has its uses. At the moment, they're not that exciting. Next up, Death Blow. Any figure. And it says, when you declare a melee attack, apply +1 damage to the attack result. If the defender has a ranged attack type, get an additional +1 damage to the results. So, +2 for 1 cost. And because pretty much, I love lightsabers, I love melee, but this is a shoot-'em-up game. And until it's not a shoot-'em-up game, they're at a distinct disadvantage. But then you also have the advantage because you're going to be fighting against shoot-'em-up people, so getting that extra 2 damage is not going to be no big deal. And then the last one is Chaotic Force. Use at the start of a round if your affiliation is mercenaries or scum. Each player chooses up to 3 figures. Roll 1 green die. Each of those figures suffer 1 strain equal to the accuracy. So each of those figures suffer strain equal to the accuracy of the each player chooses up to 3 characters. Roll 1 green die. Each of those figures suffer a strain equal to the accuracy results. It's a 2-cost thing. I don't know what to think about this. I'm not particularly jazzed on this at all. I guess, if you roll a decent enough accuracy, you can force people to take a ton of strain, I guess. Each player chooses 3 characters, so you can definitely throw a lot of strain on people. Make people choose if they want to take damage or take. But then they can do that same thing to you. So it's iffy. It's not something I think there's probably better cards, especially if you're running bounty hunters. You're probably not going to be using that card. Scoot you over and get you out of the way as we turn to the Emperor. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know. What's a good way to do this? Look at all my arm hair. How do y'all open these things? I heard the rumor that you could get open blister packs using can openers, but I've never had that work for me. I think it's one of those things that people place life hacks and I guess I believe you. Oops, yeah, that's what I was scared of, folks. Look what I did. I can see you through it. I gotta remember to keep these things because they have the rules for the thing for the game for the mission. God, lazy. Ooh, we've got shield and damage. Were they all? Shield and damage tokens. And these are on the Darth Maul were all damage tokens. Oh yeah, and then you got your space wizard, the Emperor, looking space wizardy. Autofocus. No, you gotta focus on my hand because that's the important part of this. Yeah, space wizard, looking space wizardy. Oh man. Throw it on the ground. I'll clean it up later. We got campaign stuff. We got to hide this. We have the mission cards. Priority extraction. Ooh, something like you're rescuing somebody. A senator. So, I'm getting the impression, with the Claudite assassins and stuff like that, this is episode 2 era Coruscant. I guess senators were a thing at the very beginning of A New Hope. And then we got Palpatine's card. Check this puppy out. 8 points for 13 life. That's pretty cool right there. Traded, Pierce 3. Surge plus 1 damage. Speed 3, so he ain't moving that far. Defense black. And then red-green melee attack. Emperor. Once during your activation, you may choose another figure within 4 spaces. That figure interrupts to perform an attack. So it's like, yeah, I'm attacking you. Tempt. At the start of your activation, A figure of your choice suffers 1 damage and gains 1 damage token. So you can ping a damage to him at the start of your activation and give them potential to deal 1 more damage to you. You know, so it's one of those things where you're like, well, I'm just gonna really jack somebody up, I think. And then action Force Lightning. Choose a character or a figure. This is what we were looking here. We're here to shoot some lightning at folks. Choose a figure within 4 spaces in line of sight. That figure suffers 3 damage and becomes weakened. That's cool. No rolling. Just like take 3. Each figure adjacent to that figure suffers 1 damage. So that's snazzy right there. Yeah. Emperor. Like I said in the live, my little weekly update and stuff like that, I was stoked because you can run the Emperor, you can run the Grand Inquisitor, you can run Vader with his new card, and you can run Temp Alliance and Maul and get like this crazy evil Force wielders thing going on, and for like 38 points. So that's pretty fun stuff. You know you want to do that. You know you want to get murdered because it's not that good, but you want to play it anyway. And finally, what I think is probably the star of this thing right there, just based on how I've seen her played, and I don't actually know what her command cards. I kind of know what they could do. Like like I said, I heard some podcasts and watched some videos, but I'm not like got them memorized and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm pretty dude. She was so cool in action. She's like, I'm force leaping 6 squares. And you're like, oh, I'm getting double lightsaber is what it looks like. I was only able to kill her in 1 of the 2 games, but it was a moral victory. It was the one I was talking about where they basically like, I have all the objectives. I'm taking all the points. And I'm like, well, I'm killing her so I can say I did something. That was a great game, Simon. It's so hard to open. Only snipped a little bit this time. Alright, and we got damage and protection shield, damage and block tokens for Ahsoka as well. Ouch, guy, you need to fix that car. That sounds awful. I'm on the 3rd floor, so that's just a testament to how loud that is. Alright, look at this, dude. She's got her double swords. She's gonna do Force stuff with you. On you, I guess is the thing. Fun fact, if you, gosh, I was trying to look it up right before I left, but like, right before I started, but you should be able to run all the good guy Force users for 40 points at the moment. So that's pretty exciting right there. We got our missions. We got something campaign related, so we will put that over there and not read it. And we got her. Yeah, dude, check this out. This is gross, dude. Surge plus 2 damage. Surge pierce 3. Surge gain 1 of these damage tokens. Action Force leap. Place your figure in an empty space within 6 spaces. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. I don't know the exact rules of it, but it sounds like you could force leap through a wall. You're like the Flash. I'm going to vibrate through the wall, or you go through a window. Vigor. At the start of your activation, you may either gain 2 movement points, because she's already a 4, or a +1 shield, +1 block token. She's an 8 cost. She's 12 defense, 12 health, white defense, and then for her melee attack is blue, green, green. She's cutting your face off. Twin sabers. When attacking, you may reroll all attack dice or force the defender to reroll all defense dice. Yeah, she's cutting you. She's cutting you good. And for only 8 points. Oh, man, dude. Like I said, this wave, for me, she's a standout. Granted, I'm a super new player, and I, you know, not good at all. But, yeah, she's pretty snappy. Doing something. I shouldn't be doing something. I should just be doing this. All right. Her personal card. Right back at you. When attack target used declared, the attacker suffers 1 damage. Or 3 damage if you spend a shield token during this. Or a shield power token during this thing. So, yeah, you're... At the beginning of your turn, if you're not moving, you're taking a shield token. So I would just be like, yeah, take 3 damage. And just always have that token here. People are going to be like, oh, do I attack her and potentially take 3? That's scary, scary, scary stuff. 1 cost, too. That's a very awesome card. Force Push. Force User. Use during your activation. Choose another small figure within 3 spaces. Push that figure up to 2 spaces. So I was using Force Throw a lot in the campaign. And this is kind of like a wussier version of that. But it's still cool. It's like I'm going to push you out of cover, or I'm going to push you to me so I can, you know, lightsaber you. And then Force Leap away. You know, there's options. You got things to do. Because it is not an action. It's just a thing. Force Jump. This is for Force users. Move up to 5 spaces. During this movement, you gain mobile. You cannot end your turn in a space containing blocking terrain or impassable terrain. So that's kind of cool because, you know, 5 spaces is a little bit more than the typical 4 speed you see in a lot of people. And it ignores, like, it ignores terrain. So you're like, I'm getting where I need to get. So if people were counting on just being just out of your reach, you're like, nope, I'm getting you. So I think it's kind of going to be essential for any brawler, Force Brawler team, which is all of them. So I will be packing this a lot. Balancing Force. So this is, I guess, the opposite of Darth Maul's thing. I don't recall seeing one for Emperor, but use at the start of your round if your affiliation is Rebel. Each player chooses up to 3 characters. Roll 1 red die. Recover. Each one of these figures recovers health equal to the results. 2 costs. Yeah, I guess it's a thing. And finally, Fool Me Once. Any figure. 2 strain. Use during your activation to return your opponent's command card. Discard. 2 strain. Any figure. Use during your activation to return your opponent's command card discard pile to the game box. Then if you are a spy, gain 1 command card. So there's that. If someone's cycling their Skywalker with Leia, maybe good. I'm not sure you deserve the strain for that. You deserve to be strained for that. But yeah. And this is so cool. I'm gonna cut you, Emperor, and I'm just gonna watch you because I'm neutral now. Ha ha ha. I'm my own team. I'm Darth Maul. Yes. Anyway, really stoked on this wave. It's good to have the Emperor. You know, he's not as cool as Jabba. I wish he was. I wish he'd be like, you're focused and you're focused because I'm evil. Ha ha ha. Or, you know, I wish, you know, Tempt was maybe a little bit stronger. Like, maybe, is there a range on Tempt? No, no range on Tempt. So I guess there's that. You can tempt some Ugnaughts. Ugnaughts, you want to turn evil? You're not going to be dealing damage with me anyway. I don't think they can give the token to the robot to deal damage. I don't know. I don't have any Ugnaughts. I kind of just know them from watching somebody play. So I'm not sure if you could give one of these tokens to an Ugnaught and the Ugnaught dealing the extra damage through his robot. But anyway, cool. This is the wave. I excited about it. I love me some lightsaber users, so, and I guess the Emperor didn't really have lightning. I love me some lightsabers and some force lightning throwers. So Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this set. I can't wait to get together and really make some teams with these. Get Jedi going and get some Sith going. Yeah. Oh, awesome. Well, thank you for watching. This has been Matt with Heroic Tactics. May all your dice roll hot.